Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here this sad, terrible evening to put to rest the Rutgers Spread. Rutgers, you have done so well for us these past 10, 11 weeks, however many it's been. I've done drinking, lost track, Lord. But fucking Iowa, of all goddamn teams, could cover a fucking spread. To our listeners, we don't apologize because you shouldn't really fucking listen to us. Amen. Welcome back to Banner from the Cheap Seats. I am Dakota here with John and Moe. Let's just fucking get into it, boys. I lost a lot of money this weekend.
Well, yeah, that was Cat Williams, folks. Anyways, Week 11's recap. Virginia at Louisville. Louisville barely escaped this game. My God.
I don't know what happened.
This is the
number of new people on the podcast, and they bad juju'd it all up.
Zach, we love you. Come back.
Yeah, the game was a little scary. I'll tell you what. Was it a 3-point game? We won by 3.
Yes, sir.
Should have been by 10 if your boy Plummer didn't throw a pick six. So,
not all of those were Plummer's fucking fault. Like, there were several of those passes that hit the receivers in the fucking hands.
He only threw one. He only threw one pick. That that's a swing. Thank God for Isaac Gorindo.
Oh my God,
ripping off a 75-yarder, I think. And thank God for the run game. Like, the run game saved us today, or saved us last Thursday.
I will say this: Virginia's true freshman quarterback that went in during the game, that dude's a fucking stud.
When in doubt, he was running that ball. He kept a lot of drives alive. I'm not gonna lie.
Here, say if Virginia keeps up with him, I think Virginia may come back and be a halfway decent team in a year or two.
That's a hot take. I ain't been good at anything except for basketball. But
the basketball blue blood.
I feel like what didn't they have like a school shooting sometime last year or something like that? I feel like they're still kind of like getting over that.
Yeah, they lost 3 players.
Yeah,
why you
that's gotta be heavy.
Everybody of the sad shit, Mo.
My bad. I mean, that could contribute to them not playing well. Like, give them a year.
You got a point.
You do, but like now the vibes are off.
That's all right. We're just going to bring it down even more. Number 8, Alabama went to Kentucky and just beat the shit out of them. Kentucky ran to start off the game. They ran 4 plays and were already down 21-0. Just lovely. I don't even know how to explain what happened at the start of that game. Like, I quit watching when it was 21-0, and then for some miracle of God, they cut it down to 14 for like a split second, and then I look back at the score again, and it's like, I don't know, 35-14. It was just kind of like a cat playing with a mouse the whole time. Jalen Milroe looks like a Heisman candidate now after looking like a straight bum for the first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I guess
he on that Joe Burrow.
Starting to click. It's just starting to click now.
It's insane how much better he's gotten. Like, if he was playing like this to start the season, they would have beat the shit out of Texas.
Yeah, I think if they run it back, I think Bama might get them.
Anyway, playing like they did against Kentucky, they would be a tough opponent for Georgia too.
Yeah, but going by how Stoops plays top 10 teams, everybody beats the hell out of us.
Got to pony up.
There ain't enough.
I hope y'all took the Alabama spread, because I know I did.
Yeah, I stayed away from this game because
I did bet on Milroe 3 total touchdowns, and that paid.
You probably did that in the first quarter. first 10 minutes of the game?
I did. It was a nice little payout. The only fucking money I won this weekend.
Yeah. Next, we got number 18 Utah at number 5 Washington. This was a fun game.
Game of the week, baby.
Easily the best game.
What about that guy who got an interception, ran it all the way back, drops the football at like the 3-yard line? He didn't just like stop at the goal line like some of these other guys do and just drop it there. He stopped at like the 3. Almost cost them a game.
You were too late in the season to be making mistakes like that. Although Washington did, if they get back and got the safety off of it.
Yeah. Fun stat for you guys. Washington has the number 92 ranked defense in the nation. But yes, they are awful.
I mean, I believe it because every game's been a fucking shootout for Washington this year.
Except for the Arizona State game, which they probably should have lost, but they pulled that one out. But
they almost should have lost this one.
But they're leading the nation in passing yards by like 300 yards. LSU is second.
Really, LSU is second.
Oh, yeah. Jaden Daniels is amazing, too. But
I mean, he's good, but I didn't think he was really throwing it that much.
Man, you ain't paying attention. That dude is slinging the ball over the yard. He's not to the level of Penix, but he's close.
Yeah, I know, but I figured like Bo Nix would be next, honestly.
No.
Yeah,
or Caleb would have been second. Would have been who
Caleb's out of here. He's out of here now.
Absolute dog water quarterback. He'll still go to the Bears because they like to fuck it up.
Yep. And then my favorite game of the week, number 13 Tennessee at number 14 Missouri. Missouri beat the ever-loving shit out of them. They even called a timeout at the end of the game to ice Tennessee's kicker. And then and then cornball Eli Drinkwitz went to Tennessee's head coach Josh Heupel and said, "We're about our business" at the end of the game. Just when he shook his hand.
This was an absolute bludgeoning. They ran the ball all over Tennessee. I think your boy had 35 carries for 200 yards.
Bro, he's still running right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
So last week, I said that Missouri might be the third best team in the SEC. I'm going to stand on that one after Ole Miss got absolutely digged down in Georgia this weekend.
Man, that first quarter for Ole Miss did look bad, and then Georgia.
Yeah, Ole Miss lost 17-52 for anybody that missed it.
And all they did was ground and pound too, damn near. They couldn't stop them.
Another shootout that happened. Florida at number 19 LSU. LSU could still not play defense. If they can play just a little bit of defense, Jaden Daniels would be number 1 in the Heisman race. He had 600 total yards, 3 something in the air, 200 something on the ground. I think he has like 250 on the ground, 350 in the air. Just insane.
Okay.
Love seeing Florida get beat the hell out of like that too. Not gonna lie.
A Florida and Tennessee loss is a great day for America, and therefore the rest of the world.
Yep. Speaking of another loss that just made my heart happy, Lincoln Riley got his ass kicked again. Number 6 Oregon. This game was close at times, but really it just
that last Oregon it was theirs.
Yeah. Caleb Williams didn't go to the sidelines to cry to his mom this time. Congratulations.
I guess firing the D coordinator didn't do too much because they sure as hell didn't play inspired. They didn't play any better.
Nah.
Your boy Bo Nix damn near had a 100 QBR. What was he? 23 for 31, 412, and 4 tutties.
You know what bowl game I'm hoping for? LSU versus USC, and then betting on the over.
That'd be a very entertaining damn ball game.
Be like 55-60 final score.
As long as USC loses again, I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lincoln Riley ducked the SEC just to go play in the Big Ten. Gotta love it.
Love to see it.
But lastly, Miami and Florida State, in a dogfight to the end. I'm starting to feel a little shaky on Florida State.
So they are coming apart these last couple weeks.
Yeah, them and Washington are really trying to cause an upset to happen here and get Alabama or Texas into the damn playoff is what it's starting to look like.
So what do we think Cooper's going? Not Cooper. What's the Manning's grandson name?
Archie?
Yeah.
Archie, yeah. Where's he going at? They talking about Ewers coming back again next year.
I think you might ride Pine another year.
Shit.
Say, from what I've read, the top 3 transfer locations for him are LSU, Ole Miss because of Kiffin, and Ohio State.
Please do not give him. Please don't go to Ohio State.
He won't start at Ohio State.
No.
They'll find a dual threat quarterback there.
Yeah, they need it because dude that they got now is just uninspiring. Yeah.
They're gonna find a dual threat quarterback to take that spot. So, yeah. Transition into the college football playoff rankings, starting with Ohio State moving down to number 2. Georgia taking the top spot. Well deserved after the ass whooping they gave Ole Miss.
Yeah, Kirby kind of took that one personally.
For Seton now, baby. Alabama and Georgia they playing for Seton.
Yeah, it's a shame this isn't the 12-team playoff because this is going to be a nightmare situation if everybody wins out for the committee.
And so the SEC said, "I'll be goddamned if we don't have 2 SEC teams in this playoff."
Man, I think if Texas wins out though, that boxes out Alabama.
I think so too. And then it's curious to see how they'll handle 1-loss Ohio State or 1-loss Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan's definitely getting in if they win.
Yeah.
If
so
they
you have
lose,
to take whoever wins.
Yeah. If Michigan loses though, with their strength of schedule, they could fall out of the top 4.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Between Ohio State and Michigan, I see one of them dropping and Washington's that spot. If they win
Harbaugh's coaching, I feel like if Harbaugh's coaching the last game, I'm going Michigan.
I'm going to play spoiler here. I think Oregon's going to beat Washington in the Pac-12 championship, and I think Florida State doesn't make it in because they're going to lose to Florida.
Oh.
So that would put Oregon in, and then Texas potentially in, due to if Ohio State beats Michigan.
I could see it.
And then Texas potentially losing the Big 12 championship to like a Kansas State again.
I mean, that would just be hilarious.
And then Alabama and Georgia both get in, maybe, if Alabama wins the SEC championship. But I don't see them beating Georgia. But you heard it here first. I'm picking Florida to upset Florida State because Florida State's been pretty fraudulent. And Florida's not very good either, so that's just going to kill Florida State's resume.
True.
Damn.
But they could come out and beat the shit out of them, too. You never know with this Florida State team. But
I know this ain't the same Florida State team that was playing at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, no, it's kind of died down. It's like they're they're running out of gas. It is hard to go undefeated. So if you've never done it, or it's been a while since you've done it,
there is still a situation if Louisville wins out. They have to win out though, that they get in. I don't want to give you all that much hope. But
you talking about playoffs?
Yeah, if they win out, there's a chance.
The amount of things that would have to go wrong for us to get that playoff spot.
So if Florida State loses to Florida, and then you all beat them, that'll at least put you in the top 6.
Yeah, but you still take a 1-loss Michigan or 1-loss Ohio State over us in a heartbeat.
They're still at 4th spot.
Georgia takes 3. If Washington wins out on everything, you give it to them. If they don't, and Texas wins out, I take a 1-loss Texas or the 1-loss Oregon.
Regardless, y'all can get up as high as 6th.
I'm just saying, if for some reason we're that final team, I'm going to be fucking unbearable until we get humbled. That first playoff game.
Until Georgia drops 50 on your head in the first half.
Hey, let it be what it is. That's fine with me.
So if we even make it, it's like me in the bedroom. I'm just happy to be involved.
We just came for cardio, baby.
Oh man, we're gonna go around here and give our playoff picks. I'll start us off. I'm gonna pick Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon. That 4th spot's gonna be hard to pick. Man, that 4th spot's gonna be hard to pick. I'm stuck between Texas and Alabama, because I think Alabama's gonna get a second loss. Fuck it, I think Michigan still sneaks in it. Damn it. They're gonna be the 4th seed, and they're gonna play Georgia the first round, though.
I've seen that before.
It's never pretty. Dakota, who you got for your Final Four prediction?
I got the 3 of the same with Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, because it's hard to pick against them right now. Even with lost Michigan. And I'm torn between Washington and Oregon and Texas for those 3, but I feel like Washington, they ain't going to out defense their way, but they're sure going to outscore their way into that 3rd spot.
I don't know, man. Mo, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Georgia, Michigan, Washington, and I'm gonna say Bama because I just feel like Ohio State's gonna lose to Michigan next week.
So
without Jim Harbaugh, I think they're gonna be like 5th or 6th.
So you got Bama winning the SEC championship because that's the only way they're going to get in.
I think they find a way in. I don't know why. I don't know how. I think they find a way in.
There's going to have to be some calamity going on.
Saban's going to Saban.
Man, that'll be wild if they find a way in. But anyways, Heisman picks. Let me just...
I'm go ahead and throw it out there. I'm taking Phoenix.
All right. Jaden Daniels, probably the best dual threat quarterback in the nation. He's 3rd in the SEC in rushing yards and 2nd in the nation in passing yards. And we've seen guys with multiple losses win the Heisman a lot. We saw it with Lamar. We saw RG3. We saw Johnny Manziel do it. So that's my pick.
I'm torn between Bo Nix and Michael Penix. I'm leaning towards Penix.
That's fair.
I mean, Penix has just been an elite ball thrower this year.
Yeah, he's leading the nation in passing yards by like 300 yards. So,
well, when you got to throw 500 yards a game,
that's true. That is true. But on to our Week 12 picks. We got Louisville, number 10 Louisville going to Miami. Spread as by the time Miami is favored by 0.5 point.
So my most recent looking picking the pick for tonight, it was money line. They're both negative 110, and I think Miami was still the 1 point favorite.
So essentially a pick 'em.
It should be.
Fuck. The Louisville fan in me says we got this.
Oh.
But it's Louisville playing an away game at Miami.
Miami.
And this is not a bad Miami team.
No, but you all have played absolutely awful on the road.
Yes.
Absolutely terrible. And the last time we played them, 2020? They put up 47 points. They put up 47 points in the year before. I think Satterfield's first year, they put up 52.
They say Miami leads the series against Louisville. Louisville has never beaten them at Miami. We're 0-7 at Miami. Fuck it, I think this is going to be the year. I'm going to just take Louisville. I really don't have any way of saying how. I don't know who's showing up for Louisville, but somebody's going to.
What are we, 8? Are we 8-1 right now?
Yep, 9-1.
No, 9-1? Oh, well, we've already hit what I predicted our record would be anyway. So, I feel like if we lose this week, I'll be fine losing this week as long as we win. As long as we win next week against Kentucky. So I'm gonna pick Miami just because of how they've been playing on the road. I feel like you can't escape every road game the way they've been playing. It's going to catch up with you eventually.
Yeah, I'm going to take. No surprise here. I'm taking Miami. Miami's won their last 2 home games. They were both in overtime. Clemson was in a double overtime game, but they're coming off a loss against UNC. That was also pretty close, and a shootout. If it's a shootout, I have no idea who's going to take this one because both quarterbacks are really, really shaky. Both have 16 touchdowns, with Plummer with 9 interceptions, Tyler Van Dyke with 12. It's going to be sloppy, I have a feeling.
The definition of mid from both quarterbacks.
Yeah, y'all's only saving grace is Jordan. So that might be the X factor in this, but I'm still going to go with Miami just because how bad you all play on the road.
Jordan and Garwindo, I'm starting to see that they're starting to run the ball a little bit more because I feel like they don't trust Plummer.
No, we're leaning heavy on Jordan now. Garrido too after that performance.
Yeah,
which is fair. Next, we got Kentucky going to South Carolina. South Carolina is favored, or Kentucky's favored by 1.5. Not quite sure why they're favored. Maybe because how bad they've been. But I'm gonna go with Kentucky in this. No surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I picked them almost every fucking game unless they play somebody who's top 10. But hang on a second. I got my audios on. Damn ESPN app. But another battle of mid at the quarterback position. Devin Leary with 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and then Rattler with 17 and 7. Again, like similar to the Louisville game, the one saving grace is the running back. I think Kentucky's going to go down there and beat the shit out of them, though, because South Carolina's awful.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. South Carolina just looked like dog shit this year. I don't expect much resistance from them against you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a Kentucky game for me.
They stole one from us last year with a backup quarterback. I think the last 10 years they've only beaten us once, and it was last year because Levis was hurt. And I think we're going to continue getting back on a roll and whooping them up. We're whooping them again. Next, we got number 22, Utah, at number 17, Arizona. Arizona's been one of our favorite teams to watch here recently with all the upsets and then scaring literally everybody in the Pac-12. Arizona's only favored by a point, though, in this game.
They're on a roll of beating ranked teams, which is scary. Like, they got hot at the right time.
Yeah. They did beat up on Dion and the Buffaloes last week.
Yeah, don't get me started on the fall off of Buffalo or Colorado, but Utah is still a very good team offensively, defensively. All their losses have been very good, close games, really. Like, they weren't truly ever fully out of them. And I'm going to go with Utah for this one. I'm not touching a 1-point spread. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's basically a pick 'em. The money line on this one is 110 on each side of it. Utah does have a top-ranked defense. I'm still taking Arizona because they're at home and they played amazing at home.
I think, I want to pick Utah. I think I'm going to pick Utah. I think they bounced back from the heartbreaker last week. In terrible conditions. That game was pretty. Was it raining? Was it raining?
It was just windy as shit.
Yeah. Okay. So it was windy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm taking Utah to bounce back. I think they took losses to teams that you can't really blame them for. Like, those are all good losses, especially since they lost their starting quarterback.
That's fair. Next, we got number 1 Georgia at number 18 Tennessee. Why Tennessee is still in the top 25 is beyond me after a pretty bad loss. But Georgia's favored by 10. I think this is going to be a dog walking.
Yeah, I might.
Dog's by
on that.
Yeah, dog's by 20 in this for sure.
Yeah, they're running it up. They ran it up on people now.
Just like how the whole nation brings itself together for a Tennessee loss. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, they're not playing UConn at home, so they're about to get their ass kicked. Gotta love it.
Georgia across the board.
Yeah. Bobby Hill's going to take another L this week. He'll love to see it.
Bobby Hill. It kills me every fucking time.
Next, we got number 20, North Carolina at Clemson. Excuse me, I got the ESPN app coming up again. If North Carolina wins this, well, they basically have to win out to get the tiebreaker. If they lose this game, Louisville is in the ACC championship.
If Louisville beats Miami, their ACC championship, regardless.
That's right. This is y'all's last conference game. My mistake.
We beat Miami regardless. if we lose and they lose, I think we're also in, is what it said.
Yep.
And then there's some.
Anyway, Clemson, baby, let's go.
Yeah.
One time I'm rooting for Dabo.
I'm fuck them. I'm not rooting for Dabo for shit.
But if Louisville wins or if Louisville loses and North Carolina wins, and Georgia Tech, Clemson, and some basically went out, we're also in. It's fucking confusing.
Okay. So I'm assuming Georgia Tech plays Clemson the last game of the year?
Believe so.
Okay.
Well, then. I'm taking North Carolina in this one. The spread, Clemson's favored by 6.5. That's
what?
Yeah. Clemson's favored by. I don't know. I have no idea. UNC money line's plus 210. I think I might take that.
It's, I'm going to take UNC as well. We pray on Dabo's downfall.
Yeah, we'll be right there. Well, perhaps fuck them. Fuck it. I mean,
I don't think this win hurts or helps you all anyway. As long as y'all win.
As long as we win, it doesn't matter what else happens.
Yep.
For us, anyway. Florida State may have some issues, but we'll be in regardless with a win.
Yeah. Next, we got number 21 Kansas at number 25 Kansas State. Battle of just.
Is it the Sunflower Showdown?
Whatever it is.
Battle of Flat. Battle of not a fucking thing in your state.
Battle of a rivalry that needs a nickname or a trophy or something.
Seriously, how do you have an in-state rivalry and not have shit for it?
Well, when one's a basketball school and the other one is good every 10 years, this is what happens. I'm saying it's like Kansas had. My bad.
I'm not saying, this is the one game I don't know to pick. Just because Kansas doesn't know who's starting that quarterback. So.
Well, that being said, I'm taking Kansas State.
It's I'm also taking the defending Pac-12 champions, baby, or Big 12 champions.
Kansas put up a good fight against Texas Tech, albeit it was their redshirt freshman. But god damn, where's it at? Is it at Kansas State?
No, Kansas isn't home, but with a stadium like that, it really doesn't matter. It's kind of small.
It's also kind of a sucky thing. Like fans traveling.
Yeah. Fuck it, I'm gonna take K-State.
Yeah, I'm gonna backtrack on what I said. I said Kansas State's only good every 10 years. They're good about every other year. Oh, my mistake.
Yeah, numbers are hard.
Yeah. Speaking of games that's going to put up numbers, Washington goes to Oregon State. Washington is not favored in this one, surprisingly. Oregon State's favored by 2.5. That makes sense.
I don't know, but I know it's going to be a close one.
Another game I'll stay away from. I won't be putting on the ticket just because I just don't know.
You know what you can put on that ticket? Michael Penix over 300 passing yards.
You know what? I think I might take Oregon State in this.
And I'm tempted to do it also, but I'm right out with Washington.
If anything, I'm hitting the over.
Oh, absolutely.
I think you said something about that earlier. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I might take that.
It's 3.5 over. We'll hit that first half.
Yeah, another battle in the Pac-12 with two elite level quarterbacks. Penix with 28-7. DJ Young, look, I fucking ain't getting that name right. 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That is a stat line I was not expecting from him.
No, he's actually passing the ball at a very elite level right now.
What
did Clemson? Had to leave Dabo, man.
What was Clemson doing with that poor guy? Man.
Not shit.
Yeah. And we got one big rivalry game on outside of the Kansas State game. We got another big rivalry game between UCLA and USC. It's at USC, and they're favored by 6.5.
I say after watching UCLA this past weekend when I had them on an absolute stupid parlay, and they couldn't do a fucking thing. USC's gonna go back to their winning ways on this winning ways bias. They're gonna win. They don't have any ways besides crying.
Yeah, I think this might be an ass whooping. UCLA couldn't hardly do anything against Arizona State last weekend and struggled against Arizona. I think they only put 10 up that game too. The last two games they combined to score a whole 17 points.
I'm still trying to figure out how they were ranked once upon a time.
They were on a pretty good winning streak, and then it all came crashing down here the last 5 games.
College football's weak.
Yeah, they got a win over Washington State whenever they were ranked 13th. Mm-hmm. That's the reason they got ranked.
Of course, okay.
And then they hung with Utah and hung with Oregon State. They were both losses, but they hung with them.
Participation rankings. Okay, got it.
I mean, that's the SEC in the nutshell.
You mean USC. You mean USC.
All right, so we're going USC across the board. Lastly, our group of 5 teams we're keeping an eye on. We got number 24, Tulane at FAU. Tulane is favored by 9. For the love of God, do not touch this spread. We've learned the hard way.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they're not scoring as easily now.
No, Tulane couldn't cover that.
Just stick with the money line.
I don't know if you want to make a little bit of money, you might want to put this in a parlay. But if you do money line on this one, Tulane's negative 380. So
yeah,
low payout on that one.
Yeah.
Although if you get a bunch of free money from your sportsbook apps that you just want to dump on a money line and just get the payout for some quick money, this would be the one to do it.
I don't know if I trust that, if I'm being honest. The way Tulane's been playing, they're bound to have an upset, but they only got a couple games left. Actually, I'll take back what I said. They ain't getting upset this weekend. It'll happen next weekend.
Who they playing next week? SMU?
UTSA.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Roadrunners are no joke. But I want to say take. You know what? I ain't going back on what I said. Just put this one in a parlay. Don't touch the spread.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I picked Tulsa to cover the spread last week on a couple of tickets.
Man. Next, we got Coastal Carolina at Army. Coastal's only favored by 4 points.
Chance by chance. I say it every week. Chance by 20.
After that rough start, they've been playing pretty good ball. They've won 5 straight. I think they're gonna put up some big points this weekend.
Hold my balls, McCall.
Let's go, baby.
If a couple of things happen, well, they're already in the Sun Belt Championship game if they win against James Madison. But if James Madison gets a waiver, they're out of it.
Oh, if they play James Madison, it's gonna be that team is on a roll.
Yeah, James Madison should be in the college football playoff picture, but they got another year of not being eligible.
Stupid fucking rule. I'm gonna say it every week.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Next, we got SMU at Memphis. This should be a really good game. Both teams 8-2. Let me fact check that. I think they're both 8-2.
I think that's right because I was literally just looking at it. Yeah, they're both 8-2.
Yeah, both really good teams, but SMU was favored by 8.5.
Damn, I feel like that's a little high. Yeah, I'm not touching that.
No, I think I might take Memphis to cover that. If I'm being honest,
Not a bad pick.
that is a big spread for two really, really good teams.
I'm even kind of leaning towards just a Memphis money line, honestly.
Oh, you like Memphis?
Let me give you a breakdown of what we're dealing with here. Quarterbacks, both well over 2,000 yards. Stone for SMU, 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Hennigan for Memphis, 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Memphis has a better running back, though. He has 909 yards rushing, 12 touchdowns. SMU, their top rusher, has 640, 5 touchdowns.
So I've weirdly watched Memphis a lot this year, and I don't know. I think they got SMU, honestly. I don't have any logic behind it. It's just a feeling.
Yeah. I'm honestly not sure. Memphis' only conference losses to Tulane.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I got a feeling they gotta make right. I think they have to beat Memphis or beat SMU. That's crazy because they beat them by 10. Tulane beat them by 10.
I think it might be one of the few times they covered the spread this year.
Facts. Yep, because it was 4.5. Man.
I'd take Memphis to cover the spread, but if I had to do a money line pick, I'm taking SMU.
I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna pick Memphis. So Memphis outright. So that's pretty much filling it for yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can go wrong either way. I wouldn't put it on the ticket, but it's going to be a great game to watch.
Yep. Last game, we got UNLV at Air Force. Air Force is favored by 3.
Air Force is a bunch of fucking bums.
Oh my God.
I don't know what happened to them the last 2 weeks of the season.
Getting ready for a bombing run.
My God. Their last 2 games, they have lost to Army and Hawaii. Two of like the worst teams in college football. Not the worst, but they're down there.
I stayed up for that 11 o'clock kickoff.
UNLV, man.
That I had barely alive left. And these motherfuckers.
Yeah, UNLV is super, super talented. One of the sneaky good teams. Only 2 losses. One to Fresno State, who is a damn good team.
Surprisingly lost last week. God damn it.
Yeah, and Michigan. They lost to Michigan. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 8-2 teams in the Mountain West.
There's a whole lot of 8-2 teams in Group 5 football, honestly.
But yeah, I'm going to take UNLV to cover the spread and money line if you want to parlay that together. Can't do it on DraftKings, though. You can do it on every other app.
If they're the dogs, you shouldn't be able to. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you could.
But definitely hit the under. Hit the under on that game.
Hit the under. Take UNLV. Fuck DraftKings.
All right, to end the show, we got a parlay. Here's our locks for the week. I'm going to go ahead and take the Iowa under. I've been doing this the last 3 weeks now, and it's hit every time. Mo, who you got?
I want to say take Michigan 19.
Who they play?
They play Maryland.
Oh yeah, that's
and they absolutely bottom out. They're like 6-4 now.
it's got to be easy money. Oh, the Iowa spreads, or not spread. The over under on that's 30. Absolutely hammer that. Okay, Mo, you got another one?
No, I'm absolutely terrified after last week.
All right, I'll take that extra pick. Give me UNLV money line.
Solid picks.
Dakota, who you got? We going back to the well with the Rutgers spread.
You know, I thought I'd leave it dead, but gentlemen, we got a Rutgers team playing against a defeated Penn State with a 20 spread, and hallelujah, it's gonna come back to us now. Back to life. Resurrection, the Rutgers spread.
Dear God. All right. Oh, it's back.
I love it.
Back.
You gotta get some. Go every time. Support Archer expeditionally.
Oh, make sure y'all go watch the movie Division 3. It's absolutely comedy gold.
We're saying it every podcast.
Oh my God.
Well, that's our show. We'll try better next time. Make sure you lock in that parlay. That one's for sure going to hit this week. But with all that being said, make sure you follow us on all our social media, wherever you do social media, at Cheap Pop Productions. All that being said, this is Hook signing out. Go Cats.
May Allah lead y'all to the promised land and bless y'all's parlays. This is Mo signing out.
Go Rockets, baby.